The Philippines is a country in Southeast Asia located in the Western Pacific Ocean. It's an archipelago made up of more than 7,000 islands, famous for its pristine white beaches, turquoise water, and rich biodiversity. But the Philippines is also known for its location on the Pacific Ring of Fire, a zone that is prone to natural disasters such as typhoon, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and floods. In 2013, Typhoon Haiyan, one of the strongest typhoons on record, devastated the Philippines, killing over 6,000 people and displacing 2 million. The death toll and displacement caused by Typhoon Haiyan were especially high because many Filipinos live in risky, low-lying areas and in unsafe housing. To prevent natural disasters from causing this much damage in the future, disaster-resilient homes are needed now. The Philippines is the 12th most populated country in the world. While the population of 100 million is rapidly growing, the space for further housing development is becoming scarce, with the housing shortage expected to reach over 7 million by 2022. The current situation is highly unsustainable. There is a dire need for safe residential housing and urban planning solutions. In 2015, initial research was conducted on the local issues and demands of residents in the provinces of Bulacan and Pampanga. These provinces are situated 60 kilometers north of Manila in the Pampanga River Delta, which flows out into the Manila Bay. They are highly affected by floods due to tidal movement, heavy rainfall, and the sinking of land caused by groundwater depletion. The problem is worsened by climate change, population growth, and a low quality of current housing. Due to land subsidence, houses are literally sinking, resulting in homes that are flooded daily. The demand for safe and affordable housing is immense, yet available dry land is in short supply. Over time, rice fields in these areas were repurposed into fish ponds due to permanent flooding. However, many fish ponds are now abandoned due to lack of profitability. We believe that these fish ponds can provide the solution for the development of safe and sustainable residential housing. We'll just have to make the houses float. Floating houses are invulnerable to daily floods and can create a comfortable and secure living environment. Through field research and parametric design, the building is structurally optimized and adjusted to local living conditions. Smart openings in the facade and roof panels provide daylight and natural ventilation, and the eaves above the openings protect the building from direct sunlight and heavy rainfall. All openings and eaves can also be shut to create a weatherproof building during strong typhoons and harsh weather. Since the design consists of prefabricated modules, the floating foundation can easily be expanded to carry a maximum of 8 buildings. By connecting multiple platforms, an entire floating neighborhood can be built, creating life and community in formerly unlivable spaces. In 2017, we launched a crowdfunding campaign with the hope of building our first pilot home in Macabebe, in the Philippines. Through the donations of many friends, family, and sponsors, we reached our crowdfunding goal. After 1 year of preparation, we flew to Macabebe in the fall of 2018. We found local suppliers that provided us with all the materials we needed for construction and began with the prefabrication of the building elements in our indoor construction space, Hidden Paradise. Prefabrication ensures that all elements are built in a shaded, dry environment with high quality craftsmanship and makes the home rapidly scalable. Our building site is located on the other side of town in a permanently flooded fish pond behind the community basketball court. After all the preparations, the first step was to build the floating foundation. The foundation consists of a structural frame made of local wood in combination with recycled plastic barrels for buoyancy. We transported the prefabricated elements to the building site, assembled the 9 motor units needed for the foundation, and tested it out underwater. After mounting the foundation, we started on the floor and facade panels. Working indoors sheltered us from the daily extremes of sun and occasional heavy rain. We then assembled the panels on site, first laying down the floor and then putting up the exterior and interior walls. During our stay, Typhoon Rosita made landfall in the north of the Philippines. Luckily, we only experienced heavy rain and strong winds. Once we mounted the first floor, the house really started to come together. The most challenging component of the building was the roof, made up of a pyramidal structure of 8 panels. With some on-the-job engineering, help from our local team of carpenters, and hard effort, we managed to successfully assemble the roof on site. Our goal was to finish the house as much as possible before the planned opening event, where the project will be officially presented to the officials from the municipality, the local press and residents. With the full force of our local and international Finch Floating Homes team, we worked hard to make the deadline. The opening was a great success. We had the opportunity to share our ideas with the community, and we received enthusiastic and positive responses. Our initiative was even picked up by the national media. They are looking forward to seeing the development of more floating homes. The first Finch floating home is now afloat in the Philippines and ready for its first family. As of now, floating homes have been mainly developed for the luxury market, but have remained unavailable to middle-class families in emerging economies. We aim to make Finch floating homes available for all. While safe floating architecture has become a reality in this Filipino delta, there's mass potential and need for the development of floating structures in other areas of the world. Currently, over 500 million people live in flood-prone areas. As these areas become increasingly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, the floating home has the large-scale potential to provide safe living. It can impact the way we adapt to changing environmental conditions. We believe that instead of fighting against the water, we should start living with it.